Hello and welcome to another video with your favorite math teacher, Sanchez. Today's lesson is 28-1, whose real name is Simplifying Rational Expressions. And you're like, damn, we're back to simplifying. I struggle. Mm. Well, it's rational expressions, that's just fractions. Expressions is anything in math, and we're basically simplifying complex fractions, not complex numbers, but we're gonna be looking at some fractions. Basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be simplifying a rational expression by dividing a polynomial by a monomial. So very similar to the way we learned how to factor out a monomial from a polynomial. Very similar to that, but slightly different. And simplify rational expressions by dividing out common factors. So we're gonna find common factors and we're gonna simplify. All right. We're just gonna jump straight into this one, guys, because there's no point in dilly dallying. All right. So we're gonna simplify by dividing. All right. So the way you do this problem, you see, there's this 3x here. This 3x is dividing the whole thing, but the way we want to take care of that is very specifically. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna break up the fraction. You can do this because this 3x is underneath all of this here. So the way we're going to rewrite this is we're going to write 12x to the fifth over 3x squared, right? And it's also 6x to the fourth over 3x squared minus 9x cubed over 3x squared. All right. Now the next step is just to divide. All right. What's 12 divided by 3? That's 4. And then we have 5x's here and 2x here. So it's going to be 5 minus 2. So it's going to be x to the power of 3. All right. This cancels this out 3 times. All right. That's how I do it. All right. Now we're going to do plus because there's a plus sign right here. 6 divided by 3, that's 2. All right. 2. And then there's 4x's here and 2x's here. This is going to cancel it 2 times. So 4 minus 2 becomes 2. So we're going to have x2x squared. All right. Now we have a minus sign, so we're just going to bring that down here. And then we have 9 divided by 3, which is going to be 3. X cubed divided by x squared, so 3 minus 2 going to become 1, so it's just 3x. And that's our answer. Pretty straightforward, right? This is the simpler way, the easiest way to simplify by dividing. This is one type of problem you're going to encounter in your homework. After this, watching this part, you want to go ahead and try these A. All right. That is part of your homework. You have try this A, try this B and C, and try this D, plus the lesson practice. But let's go ahead and do example B. This one's a lot easier, I think. All right. So this is when the number on the bottom is bigger. All right. It's pretty straightforward. One of the ways that I saw the book show it would be 12x squared. So that's 6x cubed, right? Well, first of all, what's 12 divided by 6? That becomes 2, right? And then you see we have 2 here, 3 here. What we're going to do is we're going to cancel these 2. This is going to go down by 1, by 2. And so it's going to equal to 1. So actually, this doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing it wrong. I just remembered. So the way you're going to want to write this down is you're going to write 12 x times x over 6 x times x times x. All right. Now we know 12 over 6 is 2, so that goes here, right? And then this pair cancels out this pair. This one cancels out this one. So what our answer is going to be is there's going to be a 2 on the top and an x on the bottom. And that's how we do it. And now you're going to want to try, and then we're going to go over to example C. You're going to try example C and B. We're going to try these C and B, the B and C. Just try together, all right? We're going to simplify this following problem. Now, this one seems harder than it is. But first of all, what you want to do is you want to factor the top and bottom. You're going to factor the top and factor the bottom. All right, so we're gonna factor the top. We have 2x squared minus 8, right? So right off the bat, I can tell you that this has a 2 and this has a 2, right? So we're gonna pull that 2 out. So you're gonna rewrite this as 2x squared minus 4. All right, and this is a difference of squares, right? Difference of squares. And if you don't remember how to do this, this is from the previous section. So we're going to break this up to x plus 2 times x minus 2. All right. You guys should know how to do this by now. If you don't, you have to look back at your old notes. All right. So this here is now the new top. All right. This is the new top. Boop. And now what we're going to do is we're going to look at x squared minus 2x minus 8. All right. We're going to factor this. We can use the x method. Remember, we want to multiply to negative 8, add up to negative 2. What multiplies to negative 8? 4 and 2. It's negative, so the bigger number is negative. So then we're going to, this factors out to x minus 4 times x plus 2. Okay? And what we're going to do here is, rewrite this here. So this is the top, right? And this is the bottom. All right, so you're going to rewrite it like this. 2x plus 2 times x minus 2 over x minus 4 times x plus 2. Alright? Notice how this is x plus 2 and this is x plus 2. And since we're multiplying, we can just cancel these out because that's 1. And so we're just going to leave the rest. So the answer is going to be 2x minus 2 over x minus 4. This is our answer. Remember, note. It's a note. So if A, B, and C are polynomials, and B and C do not equal 0, then AC times BC equals A over B because C over C is 1. So basically, what that's saying is, um, what it's saying is this part, and this part. This is our A. The top parts are A. Our bottom part is B. And then this is our C. And since they're the same thing, they just go away. They cancel out. That's what this note is saying. Okay. And now we're just gonna go to our final example. All right. So you notice here how we're gonna divide, right? You notice how this x is negative? Well, we want to get rid of that negative. We don't like negatives with our x's. So what we're gonna do is factor out -1. All right. So what we're gonna do is basically what you want to do is 1 minus x. You're gonna do over -1 over -1, right? This becomes positive, so it's gonna be plus x, and this becomes negative. Right? And we can rewrite that as x minus 1. All right? So, and then this is times -1. All right? So when we rewrite this, it's going to be x minus 1 times -1 over x minus 1. And notice how we have an x minus 1 here and an x minus 1 there. We could just cancel those out. So our answer is -1. And I know this is kind of confusing, so I'm going to go over it again. All right? So we have this s at 1 minus x. We factor out, I'm going to repeat it. It sounds kind of weird. So factor out -1. So basically, we're switching the signs on all of this. All right. So we're switching signs. All right. So it's going to become -1 plus x. And we're going to put the negative 1 outside. So what we're going to do is basically switch signs and put negative 1 outside. All right. That's what we did. All right. That's all we did. And then the bottom stays the same. So, and then the next step is rewrite with x in front. We want it in standard form, so x has to be in front. So we're going to have negative 1 x minus 1. And then, like I said, the bottom part stayed the same, so it's going to be x minus 1 here. These cancel each other out. That's 1 over 1. So our answer is negative 1. All right? And that's basically it, guys. It's going to be hard, so we will have Zoom sessions on this. Because I know we're gonna need more practice on this stuff. So yeah. All right, later, guys.